another part to my video. I was bored and I was thinking, I want to meet up with people, but everyone's so boring and ill and they don't want to do anything. So I just thought, right, I'll go back to my videos, yeah, and talk about more of these things because they're very important, like I say. There's some music in the background because I'm watching really depressing shit on telly. Look, I've got this scar here that I fell asleep with. I nodded out and fell asleep here. And it's like a burn. I feel like Charles Manson. It looks awful. So I was up to my relationship with my ex-partner. And I've been out with 2 Muslims at this point. And in school, like I said, I was a shy girl. And for years, like one of my friends who's got 2 autistic children always said it to me. But I just thought she was like putting labels on things. But yeah, she was right. And then it's like, I saw this really funny meme. Well, it wasn't funny. Boy at 5, autistic, he's different. A girl goes, oh, you're so shy. There's absolutely nothing wrong being shy. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift, and use it to your advantage because there's not enough shy people in this modern narcissistic world, is there? And then it goes, girl as a teenager, withdrawn, boy, autistic. Then it goes to like 20, bipolar. Like everyone was saying to me, you're bipolar and that before I even knew it. Like I've never had a diagnosis with it, but that was like the thing that was said. That was like the diagnosis, which I think is quite a rare thing, bipolar. I swear it's more rare than being a borderline. Now, I may as well have both. I've got so many things wrong with me. And that's the question. I'm just going to ramble about random life shit because I think it's good for people to hear about other people's lives. So I like to. I could get reassessed since I got diagnosed with this in, September. End of August, September. So it's not been long. And I wasn't one of those people who was saying, I've got this, I got that. But I could relate to it, but I didn't want to do it too much because I see it on TikTok all the time. And it's just not healthy either. So I'm trying to find a song that's from when I grew up. I can't. It's doing my head in. I don't want to type it. I can't type it on the phone though because I'm using it. Yeah, so when I was growing up, it was you're bipolar. Even like the whole Britney breakdown, which I feel, but I was like 17 when that happened, and we all thought like, what was going on? Like it just wasn't a thing. I know that's like crazy to understand, but it just wasn't a thing, and it's not that we didn't have compassion for these people. No, we didn't a lot of the time. It's that when you don't understand something, you're almost afraid of it, you know? And that's what happens a lot of the time, unfortunately. I've been on the streets, like, desperate before, crying. And I've had no help from anybody because they're scared. I haven't been putting my whitening strips on. This is the lazy depression girl's way of getting their teeth all right. On my top teeth anyway, look. Usually you get to it, you get a pen that goes across there as well to make it work even better. And they were really good. It was a 5-finger discount. Well, I'm going to put a couple on my top teeth because that's where it's more noticeable, but let it go stuck to your gack mouth. I got my carnelian. Since then, it's been quite lucky. Yesterday I needed to score and I only had a tenner, which I naughtily got off my father. Oh, that is full out. And I said, I don't want to talk to you, but can you lend me some money? And then when I was out with, like, this associate I know, this woman we were at the cash point and he was getting stressed out because he couldn't draw out money, he had to pay it from his bank, which I thought, I've never heard of that before. Anyway, she was like saying, oh, you alright, what's going on? I was like, oh, just bloody cash point. And this naughty of me. She offered. She was like, oh, what's going on then? I said, I just can't sort the cash point out. Then she came out, and I didn't have enough money to sort myself and my partner out. So, yeah, this woman, like, was, like, still there. And then she was like, what do you need? And I just, like, blatantly said a £5. Like, why not? I'm going to try and get it if I need it. And the lady passed me £10. Like, I'm eternally grateful for you. Like, thank you so much. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, wow, look at me. Because I don't feel great about it. But it helped me at that time. And honestly, these are powerful things. When you put one of these on, whatever one it is, you're going to get that different energy. And I've just done a spell with my garnet bracelet that broke and used the little jewels that are in it. And yeah, I've set them up and put them on the window with a picture of me and my partner. La, I am me, ooh la la, ooh la la. Na, 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 na. Let's get rid of that horrible thing there. And this, the herpes. I'm not big on this, Beyonce. Anyway, anyone's asking about a good astrologer, go onto YouTube, type Rabina Rastaban. She's just done a live stream and she talked about Tia Mari's divorce and also Nia Long. And oh my god, I was in stitches listening to it. Like, this astrology does not lie. Like, just, it's so crazy. Like, these little symbols on your birth time and your partner's birth time. Like, really pay attention to it, because she even does like dark-sided zodiac. So a dark side of Pisces. I was with a dark side of Pisces, and for the first time, and I'd wanted to watch this film, it's called Colour Purple. I don't know if anyone's seen it. It's like it's really sad. Whoopi Goldberg plays like this beaten, trodden down black woman by her husband, Mr. And then this woman moves in who he like dotes on and is obsessed with, and she's like a singer, but she has like problems. And oh, it's just so good. Anyway, she says that Mr., the abusive husband, is a dark side of Pisces as well. And if you've been there and you've been through that, you will know exactly what she's on about. The abuse of it is just so, it's like nothing else. This is a hypocritical thing about my ex-boyfriend, is like he like slated prostitutes and whatever, or felt sorry for them, but I'm sure he was seeing them. He must have been, because you don't just have stuff like that on your phone for nothing. And yeah, I look like a clown painting my face, because I was a clown for so many years. I thought, why would he not let him see his kids? And then they're not going to lie to me. They've got no need to. Like, she might have at the beginning, but when she's married now, and the kids still don't see him, and I think he was saying to me that the guy wants to adopt them, and this man is like literally raised his kids. And my ex laughed at the fact that this man can't have children and I can't have children. And like when we broke up, like, and his mum, who adopted him, can't have kids, like she's barren, and he called me that, and it was so horrible. Like, they know your biggest insults, your biggest weaknesses. At the beginning, you open up to this person and believe that they're the one, and tell them all this stuff about yourself that you think you're bonding, and they're just using it for like leverage to use against you at a later date. And it's just so sickening. It's so wrong. So yeah, there's no reason for this woman to lie. He was with her for 10 years, so I did 5 years of it, and it was just so hard to explain. If you've been in one, you know what it's like. It mesmerises you and takes over everything. At the beginning of the relationship I'm in now, like, it's bad. We all met at the same time, me, my ex, and my current partner. And me and him, my partner now, always had like this like little flirtatious energy, and everyone saw it. And then we met up. It was really amazing, and like the first 2 years were absolutely great, like most relationships. Then lockdown came in, my addiction got worse, and it's nursed me through a lot of this. The bonding is not as strong, I will say, but I don't want that now, that psycho energy. I have decided. I mean, this is what I'm talking about for these powerful crystals. I put moldavite on, and it just created absolute chaos into my life, and I wouldn't do it again. It showed me everything for what it was, and all the lies and all the crap that I took from this man. Not in the same way, because he didn't have that hold over me, but the way he lied and cheated and got stuff out of me, man, just reminded me of all the financial abuse that I went through, which if you've ever gone through it is absolutely disgusting, and you start questioning like your whole sanity. And then when you don't want to talk to them, they're not seeking you out. They're not bothered. And like I said about this new girl, because she's not even a new girl, she's like this fat girl who he hates fat people. He always sad them off. And when I got bigger, I knew he wasn't interested. He made that fucking clear. But then what they'll do is they'll say, oh, I was only joking. I didn't mean it, I was only joking. We know you're game, buddy. We know you're not joking. Don't say something in all seriousness and then say it's a joke. I'm not stupid. She's welcome to him anyway. I just actually really hope he doesn't do anything really bad, which we know he will. These people need to be in therapy, but the thing is that can make them worse. You heard that one? That makes them worse. It's like, sickening, isn't it? You just got to live your life to the fullest and be around people who care. And at the moment for me, that's only really my family. Like, I'm really trying to make new friends and stuff, and I don't have that. And even the people I do have, I don't put in the same effort. And it makes you feel really actually worthless about yourself. Really not a nice feeling. So people who do that, be aware of how you're making people feel, because I wouldn't want to do that to anybody. Definitely check out that astrologer though, especially like saying Libra season is about relationships. You know, Libra is my worst sign of the zodiac. I've met about 9 Libras and maybe more. I don't like a single one of them. They're fake. They can't just have a gossip. Everything has to be devil's advocate. It's like sometimes you don't want to do that. Like, you know, sort it out. It's like, it's really irritating. And if you're a Libra, like, stop doing that. And the girls are really, really fake, and they are pick-me girls to a T. They're not my cup of tea at all. But that's probably because I got no air in my chart. I'm not that big on the earth signs in general. I was brought up by 2 Aquarians, as I keep going on about. And when you've got heavy water and fire, that's quite terrifying to you. You want more love and care. Handled with care. And it's funny because I was like doing this thing on TikTok. Check this one out, where I was doing all the Mars signs that I'd like slept with basically, and pretty much they were all Mars in Aries, Mars in Aries, Mars in Aries. Very interesting. There's a couple Mars in Geminis, and one Mars in Scorpio and one Mars in Capricorn. Oh, yeah. But Mars and Aries in bed, they're like fire. And it's men and women. The two women I've been with have been as well. What you want it to be, you're frozen when your heart's not open. You're so consumed with hate that you get. You waste your time with hate and regret. You're frozen. But when the narcissist doesn't have hold of you and they know you're actually with someone else, they can't do the tricks that they used to do before. I mean, if I was living here on my own vulnerable, he'd be it. I know he'd be living here, and that makes me seem weak, but that's just what would happen. I'm so glad it hasn't. That's like a really scary thought. And obviously you get different types like covert, malignant, and yeah, the quiet ones. And sometimes a bit of autism too. But the key difference is people who are autistic don't actually want to hurt you. They're just like detached people. It's for both of them, it's probably like a coping mechanism. Oh, I really miss my false eyelashes. God, the sun. My mum might be coming over soon, and she looks after this man with dementia, and he's really sweet. But when you're in one of these relationships, it completely consumes your whole life. I would say you can't hold down any other relationship that well. Well, some people can, but when you're like not weak, but you don't have the ability to do all that, you literally shut down, your body shuts down, your mind shuts down, and they literally become your everything. And that is what they want. They try and say, oh, I want you to be free, but it's like, no, it's not like that. I have to say, as myself, as someone who's got narcissistic tendencies, especially being a Leo as well, is that I kill for that honeymoon period part of a relationship. It's so exalting to me. And just, yeah, I love it. See, the false eyelashes can just put that illusion that I can't do with my shitty little eyelashes. You know? So you go like that, and you have to hold them because you want them to stay like that. But I would definitely say 100% stay away from Pisces men unless they're really progressed and they've tried and they don't have drug problems. I'm not being hypocritical, but if a Pisces still has a drug problem, then yeah, definitely don't go out with one of them unless they're progressed and they're really trying to make an effort with yourself, I tell you. Unless you want to do the work of the devil, then do it for me, because then I don't have to. We're going to stop there for today.